phone call broke your world. When the room went still and silent, and the tears began to fall. But I was in the quiet, I was sitting on the floor. I never once walked out that door. My child, I was there. I never left your side through the long and lonesome night, when you couldn't feel my hand. I was holding on so tight. Every tear you thought fell empty, every prayer you thought I missed. I was closer than your breathing, child. I never left your side. You carried all that heavy shame from things you can't undo. Sure that I had turned away, that you'd worn out my love for you. But I counted every sleepless hour, I heard the words you couldn't pray, and I loved you just the same, my child. I never turned away. I never left your side through the long and lonesome night, when you couldn't feel my hand. I was holding on so tight. Every tear you thought fell empty, every prayer you thought I missed. I was closer than your breathing, child. I never left your side. When the fear came like a river and it pulled you underneath, how was the current running through it? How was the ground beneath your feet? From the cross I saw you coming, saw the road you'd have to climb, and I chose to walk it with you every step, 1,000 times. I never left your side. Now the morning's breaking through. Lay your burden on the front porch. Let the sunrise carry you. You are seen and you are pardoned. You are loved and you are mine. And I'll be here in the morning, child. I never left your side. watched the clouds roll black across the fields you'd worked so hard, and everything you built with love came apart there in the yard. You hollered at the thunder, said, "Where were you in this?" But child, I was the shelter, and I never left you in it. Through every storm, I have been the roof above. Through every storm, I have been that stubborn love. You don't have to hold the sky, you don't have to be that strong. Just lean into my shoulder, child. I'll be here through every storm. You lie awake and count the things you trade the world to change, all the words you wish you'd spoken and the ones you can't explain. I don't keep a ledger of the ways you came up short. I keep the sound of your voice, my child, and I've loved you from the start. Through every storm, I have been the roof above. Through every storm, stubborn love. You don't have to hold the sky up, you don't have to be that strong. Just lean into my shoulder, child. I'll be here through every storm. Through every storm, look now, the rain is running clear. Through every storm, the mountains still are standing here. You are held and you are pardoned, you are safe and you are mine. And the sun is coming up again, child. I brought you through the storm. You went down on the kitchen floor when your knees just wouldn't hold, and you said you couldn't do this one more day out in the cold. You didn't know I gathered you before you hit the ground. Child, the hands you thought had left you were the hands that held you down there. These are the hands that lift me up when I have nothing left, rough as an old carpenter's and gentle as a breath. They got scars across the middle from a hill I'll never climb, and they reach down through my darkest hour and took a hold of mine. You Keep the things you've done wrong folded up inside your coat. Pull them out at midnight, read them over, let them choke. But I've already carried them, I took them up that hill. So set that bundle on the porch, my child, and let it rest there still. These are the hands that lift me up when I have nothing left. Rough as an old carpenter's and gentle as a breath. They got scars across the middle from a hill I'll never climb. They reach down through my darkest hour and took a hold of mine. I have hands that hung the mountains, and I set the stars alight. But I'd lay every one of them down to sit with you tonight. There's no weight you carry, child, that these two can't hold up. And I'm not letting go of you, not now, not ever, not enough. These are the hands that lift me up, and I don't walk alone. Down the river, past the fence line, all the way to home. I am seen and I am pardoned. I am his and he is mine. And the hands that made the sun rise, wrapped around this life of mine. There's a stretch of road behind me that I don't remember much. Just the weight across my shoulders and the ground I couldn't touch. I was sure I'd been forgotten out there somewhere in the dark. But there were two sets going out, Lord, and one coming back. When I couldn't walk, you carried me. When I couldn't pray, you heard the whole of me. I was too tired for the mountain, I was too far gone to talk. And you never asked me why, Lord. You just carried me when I couldn't walk. You apologized for leaning, said you hated being weak, said you should have been the strong one when your hands began to shake. But child, I never wanted you to earn a single mile. I have carried tired travelers up this road a long, long while. When I couldn't walk, you carried me. When I couldn't pray, you heard the whole of me. I was too tired for the mountain, I was too far gone to talk. And you never asked me why, Lord. You just carried me when I couldn't walk. Shoulder every step again if you were lying still. reason that I came down. You're the reason that I stood up. When I couldn't walk, He carried me. Now the morning's on the meadow and my feet are underneath. I am pardoned, I am steady, and I've made it to the porch. And I'll tell them all how mercy came and carried me when I couldn't walk. I came back to the altar with the same old dust on me, same confessions, same regret, same tears I've cried since I was 3. I said, Lord, you must be tired of a man who breaks his word. And He said, son, come sit down here. That's not what I heard. His mercy never ends. It don't run dry, come fall. It's a river past the fence line that don't mind the rain at all. You can't wear it out from asking. You can't spend it into thin. Come back 1,000 times, my child. My mercy never ends. You keep counting up your failings like a debt you'll never clear, like there's some number written down that says He's finished here. But I never kept that number. There's no ledger, there's no line. There's an old porch light still burning, and it burns for you each time. His mercy never ends. It don't run dry, come fall. It's a river past the fence line that don't mind the rain at all. You can't wear it out from asking. You can't spend it into thin. Come back 1,000 times, my child. My mercy never ends. The mountains will grow weary, and the stars will lose their light. The rivers will forget the sea, the morning lose the night. Before I ever turn from you, before I count the cost, mercy isn't what I give, child. Mercy's what I am. His mercy never ends, and I'm not running now. There's a table set with plenty, and I finally sat down. I am seen and I am pardoned. I am home among my kin, and I'll sing it It's been raining on this place so long I can't recall the sun. And the answer that I asked for, Lord, still hasn't ever come. I'm not angry, I'm just tired of hoping into gray. Then I heard you in the downpour, and I swear I heard you say, there's hope beyond the rain, though the sky won't say it's true. There's a field beneath the water, and it's growing something new. Every drop that feels like sorrow is a seed I'll call by name. So keep your face turned toward the morning, child. There's hope beyond the rain. You think the seed is rotten 'cause it's buried in the mud, that the quiet means I've turned my back and gathered up my love. But I am never more at work, my child, than when nothing seems to change, and nothing sleeping in my keeping ever wakes up the same. There's hope beyond the rain, though the sky won't say it's true. There's a field beneath the water, and it's growing something new. Every drop that feels like sorrow is a seed I'll call by name. So keep your face turned toward the morning, child. There's hope beyond the rain. I have never wasted weather, I have never wasted years. I don't hand you any sorrow that I don't come standing near. I was out there in it with you all those days you called them lost. And that long road you say leads nowhere runs right past my cross. There's hope beyond the rain. Look yonder, past the hill. There's a light along the fence line, and the whole wide world's gone still. I'm not carrying tomorrow, and I'm done asking him to explain. He has never once forsaken me. There's hope beyond the rain. I've been standing watch since I was young, afraid to close my eyes. Like the whole thing falls to pieces if I'm not the one who tries. I don't know how to say set it down. I don't know how to rest. Then a voice came like my daddy's child. Come lay against my chest. I'm safe in my Father's arms. I can finally breathe out slow. He's been holding up the world all night. I just didn't know. Let the wind go through the pasture. Let it rattle every barn. I'm not the one who's holding on. I'm safe in my Father's arms. You've been bracing for the worst so long. You've made a home of fear, rehearsing every ending, like the practice keeps it clear. But child, you cannot guard tomorrow. That has never been your job. Come on and lay your head down. I'll keep watch, I never nod. I'm safe in my Father's arms. I can finally breathe out slow. He's been holding up the world all night. I just didn't know. Let the wind go through the pasture. Let it rattle every barn. I'm not the one who's holding on. I'm safe in my Father's arms. You were carried through the years you don't remember, carried still. You were carried down that hallway when the doctor spoke so low. Every night you fought the ceiling, thinking you were on your own. You were sleeping in my arms, my child. You were always coming home. I'm safe in my Father's arms, and the porch lights burning gold. There's a quiet in the valley, and I'm not so tired and old. I am seen and I am pardoned, and I've come to no more harm. Let the morning find me sleeping. I'm safe in my Father's arms. I've hauled this load so long, my hands don't know another shape. I gave it to him Sunday, and by Monday took it back. It ain't that I don't trust him, it's I don't know who I'd be if I ever walked this road with nothing heavy holding me. carries my burdens, and He never sets them down. He don't hand them back at sunup, He don't drop them on the ground. I can take them up 100 times, He'll take them just the same. And He never once has told me what it cost Him. He just carries my burdens. You've been proud of what you're bearing, child. You've worn it like a name, like the aching in your shoulders was the proof you're worth the pain. But I didn't make you to be strong, I made you to be mine. Now hand me what you're gripping, son, you've held it long enough. He carries my burdens, and He never sets them down. He don't hand them back at sunup, He don't drop them on the ground. I can take them up 100 times, He'll take them just the same. And He never once has told me what it cost Him. He just carries my burdens. I know the weight you're under, I have felt that leather strap. I have walked the road myself with something splintered on my back. So don't tell me it's too heavy, or you'd rather I not see. Child, I already carried it. I carried it for thee. He carries my burdens, and my hands are empty now, strange and light and open, and I don't know what to do with them somehow. So I lay them on the porch rail, and I watch the evening flame. I am pardoned, I am lighter, and He carries my burdens. Always thought I'd have to fix myself before I turned around, get the shaking out of my hands and get some money in the ground. Show up clean and shaven with my story making sense, like Grace was waiting on the porch to see if I'd earned in. But home ain't where Grace is. Home is where grace begins. It don't meet you at the doorway, it comes walking down the wind. It found me on the road out there, still filthy from my sins, and it carried me the whole way back. 'Cause home is where grace begins.
You've been trying to arrive at me the way a man pays off a debt, like the welcomes on the far side of a bill you haven't met. But I never built a doorway you'd have to be worthy of. Child, the walking back is the homecoming, the road itself was love.
But home ain't where grace ends. Home is where grace begins. It don't meet you at the doorway, it comes walking down the wind. It found me on the road out there, still filthy from my sins, and it carried me the whole way back. 'Cause home is where
That's how everybody gets here, child. Come on.
Home ain't where grace ends. Home is where grace begins. There's an old screen door still swinging, and the evening's coming in. I'm not cleaned up, I'm not ready, and he's pouring me a cup. I quit trying